I remember, I think a couple of years ago, long time ago, there was an accident nearby the Bharuch, that Narmada pool, in a Volvo car, and that was an accident by, for some reason, the bus got fire, and I think most all the poor people, like almost 50, more than 50 people, got burned inside the bus because the exit they cannot open. It was happened so fast. So when you see really this foreign bus, Volvo or Mercedes, it was come up with the fire extinguisher inside them, and because their glass is very heavy and tighted, they also come with the small X in them nearby the all window. But no, we are Indian, we are the very brave people. We don't care about fire or any kind of the risk until it really happened to us, and that's exactly happened. Like in that bus, when after incident happened, they investigate. They found that manager or owner of the company threw out all the X from the kulhadi, सब फेंक दिया था, और fire extinguisher भी already without inspection going for a long time, and it becomes ineffective. So that's the way. And the same thing happened in the buildings and this big cinema hall or the party hall. Also the same thing. Or in business, in a crowded area, you always found later on that exit is either closed or blocked all the time. And I was so surprised. Someday other people says that, like in India, they made some of the rules that buildings are exempt from the fire inspection if it is below certain level, below like 7 or 10 floor. What is this? Why? No building should be exempt from any fire inspection. And what is the fire brigade people do that? They don't gonna go and rush all the time for the emergency. Why not they go for the inspection once in a 6 months, once in a year? Then they're gonna go in a market and give the education for the fire safety to the people. They can make them explain, make the property owners, business owners explain that you're shortcutting, your short things, this one can harm eventually everybody. So there should be the like carrot and stick approach. You can provide a very, very harsh penalty for them, but each time in India, you making the law more strict or whatever it is just give reason for police to extract more money in corruption. So that's not the only option. But what I'm saying is that there must be the people who should inspect the fire exit all the time, especially in a big cities, in a crowded area, in a big crowded buildings. There should be the inspection once in a 3 months, once in a 6 months, and they should check the fire extinguisher, either it's serviceable and they replace on a particular time or not. There should be the date of the inspection. That's what happened in America, where I have a business. I have a couple of businesses, and the fire department all the time coming and they check fire dates and all these things, and they're always like making note about the fire exits and sign whatever is there. And it's like, I have a store, I don't have a multi-story building, so it doesn't matter. Why not we can do that? That can prevent a lot of fire. Just common sense, just use the common sense to prevent the fire. Like one time I heard by saying Professor Vivek Divyakirti for the IAS teacher in Mumbai, Delhi, and he was talking with the Delhi after there was a big fire, and then he says all the things he took care in his class that it cannot happen. But the thing is that he is self-aware, and whatever he do, his neighbor or the other people not going to do that. So it is not achievable if everybody agree with the one thing. And we knows that like we have to come up with some certain rules. Like the same thing cannot be ruled by the three different entities. That's what he explained that time too. That in Delhi there was a circle of the local municipality, and then there is a state government, and then there is a federal government, and each government has a different layer of the safety for the fire, and that's make it impossible to like make everybody satisfied. So there should be the common sense. He was saying that like the people who study there and become the IAS officer, and they still do not take care of that one. So which kind of the system we're living in? Like we are saying, oh, IAS officer, very big deal. They have a lot of power. What a lot of power is like that? Like couple of cars with them, couple of security officer with them, a bunch of the other Sarkari Babus with them. That's make them very, very powerful. But they do not use their power in something that is helpful to the government or public. So what is the purpose of becoming IAS and IPS? This fire should be taken care by the whole country and make the one rule that can handle everything from the municipality to the federal level. I think this is actually each municipality responsibility, like from Gram Panchayat to the municipality to the metro municipality, Mahanagarpalika, Nagarpalika, Mahanagarpalika. I think we are making the system based on the Western system that was made or that was left by the British. But the problem is that the peoples are changed. Peoples are now Indian, and people who are running the systems are now Indian. So they messed up all the system. That is the point. If you read the books, booklet of the rules and regulations, they are so wonderful, but it's only on the books. They do not follow that, and they have always excuse for that. So I think local level is the fire problem, and it should be solved. Fire level. I remember in my town one time there was a fire, and fire truck cannot go because it has a fire puncture in its tire. Why? You didn't took care of that one. You should be ready anytime. But that's the way it is. Let's hope for the best. Thanks.